everybody, welcome to Hey We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D. I got Bob Peel and Derek Tant with me, and we're in the middle of the week, so that means we're going to get a little spicy, a little crazy. I don't know why I said spicy. Hi guys, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
How about you, Derek? Okay.
I'm fair to middling.
Okay. Midland, Texas, right?
Actually, I'm 40 miles to Midland.
I'm fair to Midland, Texas.
God, your hair looks a little more shiny than usual today. Did you do something different?
I don't know. Maybe it's because of where the light is. Is that changing anything? No, it's the light over my head.
I think
Probably because he combed it. So it's flush across.
I've got
makes for a good reflection surface.
I'm getting the feather going. There's a lot of silver and white in there, so that's shiny. But I was saying before we started, when my hair gets longer, it doesn't look. You guys said it does still, but I can tell when I look in the mirror, it's not as white. It's like the dark hair is kind of like come back to life the longer it gets. I don't know why.
Just as I said pre-show, no, it's very gray.
I'm telling you, it's not as white as it was when I had it shorter. All right.
All I see is the light.
Yeah.
No, it is.
The very top of your head just looks straight white.
You have a...
Look.
Okay, now it looks gray.
No,
it
see?
looks gray. It's gray.
No, it's not white. It's white and shiny. Look, see? Okay.
Yeah,
I just don't get... Gray. I mean, did you not learn how to comb your hair?
It looks good. What are you talking about? Look at it.
It would be your right side, I believe. Yes. That big, whatever that big poof is right there, that needs to be combed downward, man.
It's called a colic, dude. I've had that my entire life.
That's a horrible spot to have a colic.
Yeah, I know. I've got one here, and then I've got, you hear my dogs, and I got one up here, too.
See, they're laughing at your colic.
The cowlick. Cowlick.
Oh, yeah, cowlick. Did I call it colic? Did I say colic?
It's a cow lick, like
a cow licked my head.
Yeah, that's why they call it that. It's because it's like you gotta that's something about Mary kind of thing going on because
I do not.
You gotta. Well, that's what a cow lick is. You know,
see, I say a colic, but it's still. I'm saying cow lick, but it's a colic.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's a mid. No, it's a northern Midwest thing. I think.
Yeah, we make words sound weird.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's a cow lick.
I disapprove of calling it a colic.
It's a cow lick.
Because that's like a baby with who cries a lot. He's got the colic.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to say, oh, your baby's got colic?
No, your baby's got colic. Colic, right?
Oh, he's got cowlick now.
Oh, my gosh.
Because Bob and Scott can't talk right.
Oh, my goodness. First 3 minutes of the show talking about my hair. Pathetic.
I'm going to mellow out. Right now.
Why?
I've got the beverage.
What do you got in your little thing there?
I have bourbon whiskey by Larceny.
Yeah. You talked about this on your live stream. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but you talked
about at Facebook.com or whatever.
Look,
it's
Bob,
not Facebook.
Just because I did a live stream on my channel, youtube.com/Derek Tant.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean you get to make fun.
He's getting he's Mr. Big Pants because he's getting really close to 4,500.
I always forget if it's Derek J. Tant or Derek Tant.
Derek J. Tant is his Instagram.
See, I don't even need to say anything because Scott knows.
Derek Tant is his YouTube.
My biggest fan.
I am. Because I'm a big guy. I am your biggest fan.
I mean, we could take it literal, but metaphorically, you're a pretty big fan.
Well, I try to stay on top of when you do videos and stuff because you're my friend. I watch.
Thank you.
They're not entertaining to me, but I watch them because you're my friend.
Totally not entertaining, but
no, they're good.
Derek's to do
got a really good. No, you have a huge following. It's not. They couldn't be terrible if you have 4,500 subscribers. If you ask me, anyway. You know, Danny, where's Danny Black? He just crossed over 5,000.
Wow.
Yeah, he overtook me because there was a time where he and I were. Well, I was a little bit ahead of him. I was in kind of like, maybe at the 3,000 mark. I was like, yeah, I'm beating you, Danny, and he's like, well, he's like, yeah, you're great. And then he overtook me.
You have to understand though. Part of the thing is, I think even though it's not like cruise ships are the hottest thing in the world, I would say pipe smoking, pipe tobacco, and cruise ships, I'm going to say most likely him doing those cruise ship videos has a wider audience. Would you agree? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get it that, cruise ships and music, it appeals to more people than
As I look at youtube.com/Derek Tans, it's exactly at 4,500 subscribers.
It did. It just did it. That's awesome.
Now it's at 4,499.
Oh,
okay.
I just unsubscribed. Let me subscribe again.
You can be the 4,500th subscriber.
I'm going to be. Ready? Okay, just unsubscribed. Subscribe. 4,500, baby.
I'm going to do a giveaway on the channel.
Cool.
And one of the things on the giveaway is I'm going to direct people to Hey We're Talking. That's going to be one of the...
That's nice of you, because no one subscribes to this. Let's be real. I still don't understand all these years later. I do. Part of me understands because we're not a visual medium, so to speak. We're not like, hey, let's make sure we're watching Hey We're Talking on YouTube, because we do have more people that listen to the show than watch the show. But we have surpassed 25,000 downloads
for our podcast.
Yeah.
We just haven't gained the momentum here on YouTube.
Yeah. And part of it is we're trying. I mean, even though we're 2 years into this, we are still trying to find our niche and stuff. I mean, I think the good thing is we like each other and we have fun and we laugh and we talk about fun stuff, but I think part of the thing is as we're even talking about this, like the fact, I like how we're just kind of planning stuff out again on the show. Derek likes when we do that. But I see like how Derek has, his thing is very niche, right? Like, I mean, he's got a very, very thought out, this is what I'm talking about. And we talk about a lot of stuff. And so sometimes I'm like, maybe we just need to find that one thing and hammer it into the ground, or I don't know. Because I think that's what would gain subscribers. I think probably when someone tunes in, if they happen to be watching and it's not something they're interested in, they're out. That's it. That was our one chance. Do you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. All right, back to the program. So, Derek has larceny. We were talking about before the show started. I was like, why are we not talking about this? We were talking about bourbon and stuff like that. And I mentioned that all the Australian people, whenever we talk about Jack Daniels, they're like, oh, love that stuff, mate. Oh, can you... Benon wanted me to send him this winter warmer crap that Jack Daniels made. And I bought 2 bottles of it. And then we went and I started looking at sending it. And I was just like, oh, boy, nope.
Yeah,
I'm not going to jail.
You can get in trouble for that.
Yeah. So, but the reason that I was looking is because, I knew these people that would sometimes send craft beers to each other, and I thought, oh, we should be able to do this. And even Benon kind of thought there was the possibility that you could do it, but then when I started to research it, I was just like, this is highly illegal.
So doing it within the States is illegal.
Totally different.
But it's within the States, and you can technically get away with it.
We're not saying that you should do that, by the way.
No, not at all. It's illegal. Don't do illegal stuff, but you can send it. And even if you have a package that is compromised, from the experience that I've seen, all they do is basically confiscate it and send you a letter that says, hey, this is illegal to send.
Yeah.
Sending it internationally is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of people that have gotten caught shipping tobacco products and alcohol and stuff like that. And the first time they will slap you on the wrist and be like, hey, not allowed to send it, just to let you know, here's the rules. But after that, they will actually start coming down on you.
Yeah, they will. So
maybe right now with the government shutdown, maybe it's a good time to send it.
It would be. The funny thing is, when I looked at they let companies, like businesses, do it pretty much. It's not a big deal. Internationally, still hard. But the thing that was interesting was, like UPS and FedEx both have a thing on there that's like, we will not do this. I checked out DHL, and it was very kind of like not saying that you couldn't. So then we looked at how much it would cost to send it. It was like $500 to send it to Australia. And I was like, you gotta get the heck out of here. No. So he's going to have to come to America to get his his alcohol, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's
his alcohol poisoning.
It's got that cult following, I guess, in Australia, but it's it's a domestic brand for us. But think about like how we think about Guinness or something like that. It's very like a mythical kind of thing for us.
But Guinness is readily available here too.
Yes, but the Guinness in Ireland
totally
and the Guinness
different.
here are two totally different things.
Yes, they're different. But anyway, so we were talking about different bourbons, and Derek, you were even saying that, and people are probably going to get mad at me because I think technically Jack Daniel's is not bourbon, is it? It's just a Tennessee whiskey.
It is a Tennessee whiskey because it is charcoal filtered.
Okay, there you go. See, I knew Derek would know the proper.
But it is. But if you want to get down to it, it really, it meets most of the criteria of a bourbon. It's like the mash bill and the way it's aged and everything. It's a bourbon, but because they run it through a filter, a charcoal filter, they're like, no, not a bourbon.
Okay. It's okay. Jack Daniel's is fine being called a whiskey because they're good with
survive.
it.
Yeah. So, but in the process of talking about JD, Derek was saying like sometimes it's kind of expensive by you because we were talking about Bob had a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and sometimes it's hard to find it here for a good price. And you were saying the same thing, but then you were saying that even Jack Daniel's sometimes was high priced by you.
Sometimes it pops up. You gotta pick different liquor stores around here. They have different distributors, and things just are priced differently. Like you've heard of the whiskey Eagle Rare?
Yeah.
It's a 10-year-old whiskey made by the Buffalo Trace Distillery. In a lot of stores, its MSRP is basically about $30, $29-$30. And you can find it on the shelves for $30 around here. But in the same town across the way, I've seen it on for sale for $50 in the same town. Yeah.
Well, that stuff does happen because if it's a local, just mom and pop place, they're going to wind up charging more for it because they don't get the big breaks like some of the other ones.
Yeah.
You guys have Total Wine, Derek. I don't know if you have Total Wine.
That was Total Wine in South Carolina. I don't think I have it here.
Every one of the liquor stores in my town are independent mom and pop.
Yeah.
Okay. And we now. Sorry to cut you off, Derek.
It just depends on what distributor they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we now have a Benny's, which is kind of like a Total Wine. It's not the grocery store. I mean, this is just
straight
all
liquor and beer, right?
I mean, just wine, whiskey, scotch, everything you can think of. And they do have a humidor with cigars in it as well.
Wow.
So now we have them, and their prices are way cheaper just for the fact that now they've got 15 stores out here, and they get a big discount by buying it and, buying more of it.
Yeah.
To where our local mom and pop place, their prices have always been higher. Like their prices are like for a 4-pack of beer at Benny's would be like $10, and over at the other place it's going to be 12 to 13.
Yeah.
For the same exact thing, it probably brewed on the same exact day. It's just, they're going to be doing it different. So we kind of have a pretty good competitive market where we're at, and I was telling these guys that I get a 750 milliliter bottle of Jack Daniel's. I can get usually for $20. Sometimes you can get it cheaper.
Right.
The 1.75 liter, which Derek said was a half gallon, which is a monstrous bottle.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll get it for 34 or 40, which is 40 is pretty typical. But it's going to take you to drink 1.75 liters of Jack.
That's
Ben, you may be able to do it in a weekend, but most of us other people, we can't do it like that.
That's funny. So in the same breath as you're talking about like these specialty stores, one of the things that we noticed moving back to Michigan and being in the Detroit area is here, which was different than South Carolina. South Carolina was still kind of like that dry county kind of thing they had going on and stuff like that. So when we moved back here, Cheryl was like, I was walking down the aisle of Kroger, and there's just like every liquor you can think of is all in the aisles of the grocery store here, which is different than South Carolina. That was not the case. There was a liquor store that was actually the same in Ohio when we lived there. They had a specific, it was a state thing. It had to be a state sanctioned place to buy alcohol. So you had to go to a specific store for liquor. And here in Michigan, man, whew, have at it, buddy. It's everywhere.
Well, just like here, it's fair game. I mean, all of our grocery stores, Target, and usually they have some pretty good sales on whiskey.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. So we have it everywhere. I mean, we've got one liquor store that closes at 3 a.m. And then we've like most of our grocery stores and stuff like that, they go until 1 a.m.
Derek is definitely frozen, or he is the best. Oh, there he goes. He
was
back.
intently listening to me.
Man, dude, I was like, Derek is really listening to us. That was funny. Anyway, so
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, what I was going to say is that Texas is really strict. You can only buy liquor at a liquor store, and they're closed on Sundays, open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's it. And we still have dry counties in Texas.
Yeah, that's a South thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
The county that I work at, until just recently, was a dry county. Wow. And but now they're it's a wet county now. They can sell alcohol.
That's
what they call it.
We're totally wet now.
Okay. Yeah.
So
they had a guy there was a guy that lives in the town drunk.
Yeah.
Who what he would do is he would mow your lawn. He would do work for you, but he didn't want money. He would just want beer.
Wow.
And because he couldn't buy it. You couldn't buy it in that county. So,
since he was drunk, he had no way to get there. He didn't want to ride his bike.
Yeah, he could not. He didn't have a bike.
Dude, I say that because every time you're in a big city and you see people like riding their bike in the wintertime, you're like, oh, DUI.
Oh, yeah. I think that every day when I see people getting on the bus, I'm like,
DUI.
They got,
yeah.
There's no reason. They're not driving for some reason.
I mean, you can get, we're making fun. I'm not trying to make fun of people like that. I'm just saying there's ways to get a really cheap car if you needed it. So when you see somebody riding their bike in the winter, you're like, dang, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
DUI.
Yeah. I mean, addiction is hell, man. So.
Yeah. Oh, Derek, don't say it. I do
compassion.
have compassion. Listen, stop. Don't make me sad. All right. Before we end the show, that went fast. Sorry. Before we end the show, I do want to tell people to head over to Pneuma Coffee. It's PNEUMA coffee.com. And you can go there. Chris has all sorts of great roasts of coffee. And we want you to get some. And if you go there and you do decide you're going to buy some coffee, make sure...
Who wants coffee? Coffee? Anybody?
If you want some coffee, you go to Pneuma Coffee and you put in the coupon code HWT. When you do that, you're going to get 20% off, which I think is a pretty good... That's a pretty awesome deal to get 20%
Think
off
about
the
that.
coffee.
You spend $100. You know, you get
$100.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please. If you go to Pneuma Coffee, spend $100.
$20 off.
You're really only spending $80 on your coffee instead of $100.
Hey, got to stock up, man. The apocalypse is
don't
coming.
do that. Anybody who knows, I mean, I want you to do that. I want Chris to make lots of money, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to make all that coffee.
It doesn't matter. Give it away to your friends and family.
That's true.
More.
Yeah, give it to people. That's good. I like that.
Gift
for
it,
Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Hand
Who
out
wouldn't
coffee.
love coffee for Valentine's Day?
I know. Your wife loves coffee.
She does. She's
You
got
can
an
get that-
addiction like I do.
you give that to her. Like I see her put up Dunkin' Donuts stuff, like Dunkin' Donuts coffee almost every day.
Dunkin' Donuts
coffee is not good. I decided.
No, it's not.
It's terrible. Why did I used to think that was good coffee? What's wrong with me?
Because that was before you had real coffee.
Yeah. So go to Pneuma Coffee. After you try it, you will realize that Dunkin' Donuts coffee is straight ratchet crap.
Yeah, same with Dunkin' Donuts. Whatever you were gonna say.
Listen, it's not even. They're not going to let it be called Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's just Dunkin'.
We will always call it Double D.
Double D.
Northerners with your weird accents and expressions.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, pneumacoffee.com, HWT 20% off. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, listen, thanks for joining us.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Share.
I don't say that enough. You should always remind me to do that. Share it. And maybe we'll come up with something that some kind of niche podcast that we'll talk about all the time, like Derek.
Just talk about peanuts every week.
If we did that.
Peanuts, get your penis.
Hey, dude. So go over to Derek's channel too, because he needs 500 more to reach 5,000.
That's when I monetize.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? You can't monetize already? Yeah, you should be able to.
I just don't.
You
What
should.
is wrong with you?
I just watched a video today. I know we're on time
go
here.
ahead.
I watched a video of some guy today who he made $6,000 off of his video that had over 1 million views.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Derek. You have some stuff that's like what they call evergreen content that people are going to keep coming back to. So he makes videos, like some of the videos like teach about like how to smoke a pipe or something like that. That's evergreen content. It's never going to go bad. It's not like they go, oh my gosh, they're talking about the Covington Catholic School kids. That happened like 3 weeks ago. Derek has videos that are evergreen.
It's timeless.
Yeah, they're timeless.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes.
All right, so go over to Derek's channel. Like, we should be pumping that thing for crying out loud.
I know.
5,000 subscribers. What a jerk.
Okay. 4,500.
You celebrate
All right.
other people's successes.
We do.
You don't build yourself up by tearing other people down. That's not how this works.
Gillette, the best a man can be.
I wonder how many subscribers I have on a channel with 0 videos.
You got rid of all of them.
I know.
All right.
But
while Bob
14.
finds that out. You have 14?
14, baby.
Nice. I'm
all
one of them.
right.
Should I
And I've
unsubscribe?
I've never posted a video on there.
Okay, you should. Anyway,
I'm-
we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. And seriously, go congratulate Derek. If you're not already subscribed to him, let's get him up to 5,000.